play. Well, a short. I think it's a short. No characters in this game over age of 18. Okay, over the age. That's like a disclaimer, but this game is not suitable for children or those who are really disturbed. Okay, this game is part of my Steam library, and recently I haven't played it at all. I got it free from Steam, and now it's out in the PlayStation, and I said, okay, I'll give it a shot. I know this is like a psychological horror, so I kind of spoiled by that premise, right? I haven't played it, though. Yeah, okay. I was thinking it was like kind of a visual novel Persona kind of game. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I wasn't able to play it, so we're gonna play this on blind today. So let's try. Yeah, it's already by this kind of intro. You already know already. You have already know that it's a psychological horror kind of game. Okay, let's continue. I don't know the details, so let's enjoy. Let's find out the details together. I don't know if you play this. I guess you play this, or you have. Please enjoy. Enjoy watching me play it. Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not be a positive experience playing this game. Okay, I don't have any anxiety or depression. I only get depressed when I don't have money in that. So yeah, I think I'm semi-depressed right now because I'm still looking for a job. Being like a freelancer is pretty hard. Okay. Would you like to review details? Content warnings contain spoilers. Alternatively, in-game content warnings can be enabled in the settings menu at any time. Would you like to review now? I want to experience it without spoilers. So I don't know the details, so I'm gonna go ahead. Okay, so by playing Doki Literature Club, you agree that you have noted the game's age rating in your region, and you consent to your exposure of highly disturbing content. Okay, I'm used to it. I'm not really disturbed by. Yeah, let's go. Let's continue. This is a nice way to talk about Serenity Forge, Steven Salvaya. This game is not suitable for children or those who. So I guess they just made it like a. Okay. Exit the DLC. What's this? Oh, the DLC. Doki Literature. New game. Please enter your name. Hypermic. Okay, let's go. Can we auto it? I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. Let's increase the size of her. Yeah, like this. Okay, you can see me. Yes. Yeah, that's good. How do you do this? Where's the cursor or something? It doesn't show. The girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see for yourself making today. But it kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, we'd oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. What if she's going to chase after me like this? I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Sayori's the short-haired girl. I overslept again, but I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Hyper Mike. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. Cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near the streets, become increasingly speckled with other students, making their daily commute. By the way, Hyper Mike, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? Told you already, I'm not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did. In one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Slayer likes to worry a little too much about me, but I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on the games and anime. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I'd die at the thought of you becoming a need in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? But let me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if that makes you happy. No promises though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. That's like a typical anime scene. The school day was as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I knew it. After I packed up my things, I stared blank at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants to make me check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with an anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting there, spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make it late in your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought you know. Know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Me. Sayori's a vice president of the literature club. It's not that I was even aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title of Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned it all of these out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go! The art is pretty well done. I can say, yeah, the art is pretty well. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly followed Sayori across the classroom and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here! I told you, don't call me a new member. I glanced around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sawyer always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Iron Mike, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. ... All words keep me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki? The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is Party Natsuki, is the one I don't recognize. Small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. And just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with the people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Hyper Mike. Monica smiles. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, why is she in the literature club? She should be in an athletic club. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come sit down, Hyper Mike. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about make some tea as well? Girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As I already mentioned, it's been widened so that there's this one space next to Monica, one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. I'm still feeling awkward. I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back on the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil of the tray and reveals a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you haven't tasted it yet. Oh my god. I just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs the first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious. Sarah talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around with my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki's quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I haven't heard this somewhere before. Haven't I heard it somewhere before? I made them for you or anything. I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe, but not for you, you dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and then dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. We keep a whole tea set in this classroom. Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not. And so then Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? Sorry. You know, I was afraid of this question. Something tells me you shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any club yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure we'll feel alright at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You're probably a board member of any of the major clubs. Yeah, or she's athletic, so it might be a sports club or something. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. Feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into the literature, then we're fulfilling that dream. I think if this is set like in Japan or something, I mean, it's like the literature is pretty hard, I think. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods an agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in this club yet. Must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that they're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes cool events like festival not much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah, we'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different kids all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find history. Maybe that's why they're all delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Hyper Mike, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga, I'm uttered to myself half joking. That's his kiss head when he bursts up. Looks like she wants to say something but she keeps quiet. Not much of a leader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking about after seeing your sad smile. Hey, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorite are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. Telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a lot of horror book once. I just really grasped something I can relate to a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Oh, I hate horror. But what's that? Well, not excuse I start over to me this first split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! I give it back! Fine. Your cupcake, your poems. Everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sarah settles up behind Natsuki and puts up her hand on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averted her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing the level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest wishes of your heart. You have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example to help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. ... So someone comment Natsuki. Hello Natsuki. Hello Natsuki. I guess it's the same for you, for Yuri. Oh, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we all share them with each other. That way everyone's even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that alright, Hypermike? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Swear may have convinced me to stop by, but never made any decision. Still have other clubs to look at and I lost my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought Hypermike, you all... I'm defenseless against these girls. Am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? What if if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls? Right? Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy. Sawyer wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, it scared me for a moment. If she really just came for cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem and bring it to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Never mind, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. I can really impress her class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills. I already feel anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Hypermike, since we're already here, you want to walk home together? That's right, Sarah and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! So it's like, there's no other... Okay, so, other note, no way to control. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Would I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have a chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess it starts with writing a poem tonight. I think there's also an anime that was based from a visual novel that's also disturbing. I forgot what anime that was. Anyway, it's time to write a poem. Pick words you think a favorite club member like something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Okay. Yeah. Okay, what is nice to Crimson Sickle Holiday? It can be nice on holiday. Starscape? That's kind of summer. Nice. Fireflies? Maybe I think it would be like a game of the fireflies. Kiss or something. There's like negative word like disown, unstable, alone, nibble, extreme warm, rose, maybe rose, melody, parfait. What's this one? Graveyard. Okay. Yeah, I think. Yeah, let's stick to the positive words at least. Well, adventure, really nice. Sunset? Treasure? Fantasy? Tickle hair, massacre. What the hell? Excitement? Playground, nightgown, skipping, imagination, passion, strawberry, entropy. Wow, that's kind of a good music. Wow, what's that? Why did I win an award? Spend enough time during a poem in the game for music to do. Okay, I didn't know that. Heart. Peace. We played Dollop Chains the last night. Music. Romance. Okay. Alright, that's key. That's your favorite. I haven't known any character yet, so it's my first playthrough. So I don't know. For the character designs, they're pretty amazing character designs. So yeah, I don't know. I have no preference for now. I think it's Sayori. Natsuki is amazing. Or Natsuki. I don't know. Let's see. Hi again, Hyper Mike. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Hahaha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least keep my word. How do you what's the controls of this? Okay, pause. Okay, let's save. Let's save first. Oh, there's an autosave. Okay, let's save first. Okay. Well, I'm back at the literature club. Also the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Cyberman. I hope this isn't too overwhelming for a commitment for you. Make me dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. I feel like Japanese literature is kind of hard. I've read some classic books, it's pretty hard. Oh come on, he deserves any slap. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you would see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone. This one. Hello, Chuckles. Welcome to the stream. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Simply defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Hypermike always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sorry, that's because your room is messy. It's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. What's this one? Natsuki says your favorite character is Monica in the chat. Yeah. Okay, I still don't know their personalities. How come you and Hypermech can become good friends? Sayori, as usual, Sayori feels oblivious to the weird situation she jumps me into. Oh, you even bought you something today, you know. Wait, Sayori, me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sir made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So nice gesture for you is a pleasant surprise. I beat the game 2 times. No, this is my first time. That is Nari. Nari says he or she bet beat the game 2 times. I haven't beat this game yet, so yeah, glad of you guys to join me. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Here. He reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. And wanted to feel left out. So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. You. When you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around the closet. Man, looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down to the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me, but I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now, close my eyes and end up listening to Sayori's conversation with Monica. We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all other clubs though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature club is all about. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, You just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem though. What do you mean? Even if I come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, And after they come, you can do that thing to speak to their creative minds. What's this? Sarah's taking this really seriously. It's rare for to hear her deliberating like this. Huh? That's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? What kind? Well, I guess we could... Cupcakes! Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. You're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it. Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has a trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get into my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it will be like to see the world through her eyes. Wow! Wow! I opened my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fell out of my chair. Sorry. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This is a napping club. Does our school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? That you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know. You'll need to go to get used to it. Don't say that out loud. There's no that loud. Glance over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard. It's true though. Yeah? I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. It's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? It's a secret. I knew it. Come on! Please give me a benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. You look Sayori. It's written all over you. Sarah glances around at herself. How is it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around here. I ran my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need to brush out for this. Your hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right there. I tried to wipe off the stain with my finger. But nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that. Hey, you mean... You don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? That's super mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I started to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. It's so funny. What is it? What is? Well, I'm just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kind of things. Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. Sigh. If I ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It means my boobs got bigger again. Don't say that out loud. Anyway, look much better now, so... Well, it feels strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that. But it's so stuffy. Ooh. It's not worth it at all. Sarah hastily buttons her blouse brazier once more. That's so much better. Sarah puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that it's like a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying these embarrassing things. Eh? I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little. Or if you're focused on going to bed earlier. Fine. It's a deal. I guess we are better taking care of each other than we were taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so, huh? So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sayori. Oh, but I was joking that time. Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Monica suddenly calls out. Why don't we share poems we wrote now? Yay! Okay, is this where the psychological color comes? I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. Can't believe I agreed to do something embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well now, that's everyone's ready. Why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pulls out their poems. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a special notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can really see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should you show my phone first? I have no idea. Sayori? Natsuki? Yuri? I think Sayori is more interesting to the character. And Yuri is quite interested to the character. I see. Maybe I should show it to Yuri first? Or Sayori? Maybe Sayori? Yeah, maybe Sayori? I don't know. It's like your friend. They're the most comfortable in sharing first. Of course, she's like your friend. It's my good friend after all. Yeah, I think that's a safe. Oh my goodness, this is so good, Diaperman. I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sayori, must be seriously overacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez. I'm sure your opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Or she don't like it just because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know. So then, I read your poem. It's not just a poem. It's a hypermic poem, and that makes me feel extra special. I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. Just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course, I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said, Hypermech. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know. Trying new things like this for other people. That's something only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sarah sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you on that then. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub a sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. But if it wasn't for you, I couldn't sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Sorry, this is just a guess, but you wait until this morning to write this. No, just a little bit. You can answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least make me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Ah, yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. Came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah, especially that last time. I made eggs and toast, even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Ah, yeah. But next time I won't forget. I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I'll look forward to it. You can show my poem next. Yuri, which is more interested in me. We started the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. It's your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah? Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that might be after reading through it. So it's that bad? No! Did I just raise my voice? Oh, I'm so sorry. She burst her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take you a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that these specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in these new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. Then the result is that both style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once you find your train of thought, it's as if her demeanor really changes. The stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There's so many skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not even finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a bit biased, though. Biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people. About people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd like to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which in itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Goes under the light. Tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. Might be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. Last yet to be replaced by sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calms the breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. If I look at it, it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. I also like the poem. Even though it's short, it's really descriptive. It wasn't too short. You should write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest, since our first time sharing, I want to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, you? Woohoo! Actually, the story isn't about the ghosts at all, Hiram. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her remaining place of comfort, unable to get go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. Some more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Who should I show my poem next? Okay. Maybe Natsuki. Okay. Then lastly one. Hypermite. Well, it's about to expect that someone like you. From someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. Like I said, it was bad. I just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not deep enough for your tastes. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. But anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you like it. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can see, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly. People can try, but that's about it. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up the rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. I didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. What should you show? Okay, Monica. The last is Monica. The president. Hi, Hypermite. Having a good time so far? Ah, yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, should you ever have any suggestions for the club? Like new activities or things we can do better? I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better
off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Hyper Mike. We're all embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. And Monica, my poem. I like this one. Makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common. Ah, well. We may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case. But maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you. It sounds like you two really care about each other as well. Maybe Sayori is like obsessive. I don't know. It sounds like that. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So I think that's kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. You sure not reading it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, it sounds like you. In any case, Sayori's writing has kind of gentle feeling. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. I shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kind of styles. I'll always help you find what suits the most. Don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about pressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound different. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Oh, thanks for the new sub, Mr. So I liked. Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See? The direction the sparkle protrudes. A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of a meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. So what do you think? It's a very free form. That's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. Ahahaha. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That's it, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if you know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming so unstrung. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. You try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Guess that's everyone. Dance around the room. That was a little bit more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone's judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. And if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. It's just a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange their sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems, and in read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration, while Yuri smiles sadly. What's this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki decisively turns the poem to the desk with one hand on. Oh, I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? You completely miss the symbolism or something? Silly kid about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really doesn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. I was looking for suggestions. I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Hyper Mike did too. So based on that, I gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Hyper Mike liked my poem too, you know. And he even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I... He stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Hyper appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh? Now do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Hyper Mike started showing up. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Hyper Mike, she just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Have me explain that to her, Hyper. Wait! There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning of the most effectively. Avoiding them is not unnecessarily limiting yourself. It's also a waste. You understand that, right, Hyper Mike? Well, how did I get dragged in this in the first place? Not like I know anything about writing. But whomsoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So, whom you curse? Natsuki glares at me, drying up any words I had in my mouth. Instead, I turned to Yuri. Yuri. But Yuri's expression is so defensive that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori. Yeah. Everyone's fighting is making Sarah uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Hypermite. Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, and the Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. She would never. It's her immaturity that's made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why. Exactly nobody likes. Stop. Natsuki, Yuri. You guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people. And I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? Because, well, also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful. Sayori stands triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is vice president. I whisper to Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off a good leader and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing for me. Hahaha. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess this means Sayori is amazing in her own way, isn't she? You could say that.
She might be an airhead, but sometimes she's really suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person will just make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Mike, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. Maybe you learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Hyper Mike, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sarah beams at me. Truly has been a while since her and I have been spending this much time together. Can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier? What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really just first time we've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. Just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew! You know, Hyper Mike, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. Sigh. Looks like Sayori still hasn't caught into that kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Well, just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her. It's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Oh, a new one. Okay, what's this? Nice music.
After image. No, nice word. Pressure. That's a motion. Journey. This charm. Heaven sent is a nice word. Extraordinary. Gracious. Smile. Okay. Games. Happiness. Childhood. Fantasy. Beauty. Precious. Okay, what the hell? Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entering the club room, the usual scene gets busy. Hi, Habermite. Yo, Sayard. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Can you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayon? Why that all of a sudden? No reason really. Just wanted to look at it. Sarah nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the slash latch and gets it open. She then turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it! I can see right through you, Sayon. That's not fair! How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you are not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. So that only leaves one option. Wah! I give up. That made me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. He suddenly giggles. I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It's just something in my book. Yuri! Tell Hypermike to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayuri. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is far enough retribution. Did I didn't mean that. I got absorbed into my book. Ooh. I really like it when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's fun inside of me. That's just no way you could think that. You're right though. I did something bad and now I have to accept the revolution. Retribution. That. Still coming from you, sir. I get there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sarah knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys that she's bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if you weren't for the cupcakes. She had the trick nut scheme to making them. Come on, give me some more credit than that, Sawyer. Out of nowhere, something slaps Sawyer in the face and stumbles into the desk. Oh, what was a cookie? Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sarah glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution. Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you. But then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. I was totally worth seeing your reaction though. Natsuki? That's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Mumph, mumph. Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. They're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Ah, yours look really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez. You guys can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, I don't think I gave you that one. Who do you think gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sarah gets out of her seat, goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off her. Sarah suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey, you seriously just do that? Woohoo! Mouthful, Sarah trots away to safety. You and I laugh as well. See, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori? Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room. Oh, where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. He's probably had something to do today. Wait. He's pretty popular after all. I don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. So you're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Ah, never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. It makes no sense though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Hyper Mike. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean to pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently. I really love the chance to share it once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I? Nah, not really. I chose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to the end. It looked like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Hyper Mike. Sayori suddenly comes up to me. I'm gonna get some supplies from another classroom. Want to come with me? Supplies? What for? You know the festival's coming up. Me and Monica were gonna make some posters and stuff. So I need to go find some crayons and markers and glue sticks. Ah, I see. Sure, I'll go with you. Yay. Okay, Monica will be back soon. Are you going with me to get the supplies? There's no need to trouble yourself. I'd be happy to go with him. Oh, but I wanted to go. So much fun exploring empty classrooms and stuff. Okay. Just a suggestion. See if you can find a proper poster paper too. Okay. Ready, however, Mike? Yep, let's go. Sir and I exited the club room. I follow behind Sayori. Homesen skips around the hallway. Honestly, it feels like I'm taking a kid to the mall or something. Sayori finds pleasure in the simplest things sometimes. Hey Sayori, what exactly are we doing for the festival anyway? I'm not sure how you make it an event out of literature. Me and Monica have it all planned out. Don't you worry. Is that so? Yep. We're gonna do some poetry performance. A performance? Of what kind? Well, everyone's gonna take turns on stage and recite their favorite poems. Ah, that sounds kind of dull. However, Mike, you're not thinking about it in the right way at all. It's not just about reading poems, it's about performing them. Like you say, lines of the poem like between my feet, the last remaining flower beckons to me. I twist the stem, freeing it from its clinging roots, caressing the final joyous moment between my fingers. But what ends have I summoned this joy? For now when I look in every direction, the once prosperous field before me is but a barren wasteland. Like that. Sayori, how do I put this? I'm sure it's just me, but it's impossible for me to take you seriously when you talk like that. You meanie. I'm working super hard on this, you know. Ah, I know. I just meant that it's pretty an ordinary contrast to your cute self. Don't say that, it's embarrassing. But I guess that means I'm doing a good job. Yeah, I guess so. Ah, I'm so excited. The festival is going to be so much fun. Sarah spins herself around the hallway. Yeah, Mike, this classroom over here is empty. Let's begin the mission. The mission, eh? Been a long time since I spent time with Sarah like this. But in the end, she hasn't changed one bit. She's nothing but a ball of sunshine drawing happy vibes from the world around her. It's a pretty nostalgic feeling for me. As the years went by, I began to hold myself up in my room more and more. So going eventually with Sarah brings about a special sort of feeling I forgot I had in me. The two of us enter the classroom. Sarah heads straight to the closet and I follow. Let's see what we have in here. Crayons. Sarah pulls a box full of crayons off the shelf. They're the best brand too. They're kind of dirty though. Sarah starts pulling various crayons out of the box, reading the color names. Alright, that's one down. Don't get distracted, we still need to find... Wait, I'm looking for my favorite color. Fine. At least move aside so I can look for the poster paper. Ah, I dropped one by accident. Smack. Yeah. Sarah bends over and smacks her forehead right into the shelf. It falls to the floor and the crayons spill all over her lap. Ow! You okay? My forehead. Sarah clutches her forehead. Geez, Sarah. It's just like me, isn't it? Come on, let me see. And Sarah sitting on the floor, grab her by the waist and pull her out of the closet. You have to move your hands, Sayori. But it hurts. Just wait for a second. Sayori releases her hands from her forehead. I gently brush her bangs to the side. Ow! Sorry. It's a huge shred mark on her center of her forehead. A bump is starting to form as well. Max is excited for the festival. Okay, man, I'm gonna swell up. I should find you some ice. Never mind. Where would I even find ice around this time? I guess a cold drink would do. You don't have to. I'm fine with the looking like a unicorn. Even wincing from the pain, Sayori makes a silly joke. Ahaha, what are you saying? I'll be right back, okay? Okay. I pat Sayori on the shoulder and run out into the hallway. I locate the nearest vending machine. What should I get? It doesn't really matter since I'll be used as an ice pack rather than to drink. But I know Sayori likes apple juice, so I purchased that one. In just a moment, I'm already returning to the classroom where I left her Sayori. She has one palm on her forehead and is using the other hand to clumsily scoop crayons back into the box. At least they're already on the wrong spot before I spilled them. Sayori, here. I hand Sayori the bottle of apple juice. It's nice and cold. Sayori opens the cap and starts drinking from it. Sayori, what are you doing? It's for your forehead, idiot. Ah, sorry, I forgot. How hard did you hit your head? Sayori places the bottle against the bump on her head. It stinks. Just bear with it, it feels better soon. Looks like you cleaned up most of the crayons, so that's good. Hey, this kind of reminds you of growing up, doesn't it? What do you mean? You know how we used to play outside all the time? I'd always try to keep up with you. You're kind of oblivious in some ways. I usually fall behind or had trouble climbing on that things you did. Sometimes when I tried to do things I couldn't, I would get myself hurt. I'd fall and scrape myself, or get a bump, and I would start crying really hard. And you would rush over as quickly as you could. You would try really hard to get me to stop crying. It was almost like you blamed yourself and were afraid of getting in trouble if someone found out. Even though I really wasn't your fault at all, you know. Did I really do that? Yeah. You don't remember? Come to think of it, maybe I do remember a bit. I guess I was always so focused on my games that I didn't pay enough attention to you. So in a way, it was my fault. It was kind of this time too. If I wasn't rushing you out of the closet, you probably wouldn't have hit your head. However, Mike, I don't think you realize it, but you're always thinking about the other people. Even after all these years, you're rushing to help me even though I'm just being clumsy. You're really a sweetheart. Don't call me that. I don't really do this kind of thing all the time. I guess when it comes to you, it just feels natural. Before I even know it, I'm treating you like that. I guess that's what happens when you've been friends for so long. Really? Maybe you're right. However, Mike, I'm so glad that nothing's changed between us. Do you think it will be like this forever? Forever? If I'm honest to myself, there's no telling where we'll each end up for college or after that. So it wouldn't be fair for me to make any promises. But, well, I hope so. It's been this long already, right? I can't imagine you ever changing, so my hopes are up. I'm so happy. Sayori has a whimsical expression in her eyes. We remain silent for a moment. She's so silly and clumsy that on the outside that when I hear her deep in thought like this, makes me not want to disturb her. I guess we should go back. I don't want to worry Monica, you know. Good luck with that. She's gonna see your forehead either way. Not if I hide it under my bangs. Sarah hops to her feet. Ah! It is Sayori root. I don't know. Is this how do you get the root? The root dependent on what you put in the pond. I'm not sure. I mean, on the chat, Natsuki says it's. I'm not sure if it's. I guess it's the way you're choosing the words. She clutches her forehead again. So stand up so fast after hurting yourself. Well, I guess it's too late now. Anyway, let's go. Follows her out of the classroom. Sayori plays with her bangs to try the bump, but without much success. In a moment, we make back to the club room. Ah, you're back. Good timing. I was just about ready to start with sharing our poems. Sir, your forehead. She's fine, don't worry about. I was playing with crayons and smacked my forehead into the shelf. Well, anyway, we're able to find anything we need. I have it right. Sir fanatically glances around herself. I forgot all of the stuff. Calm down, Sir. I have it right here. I found the poster paper too. Haha. Sounds like you ended up doing all the work, Hyper Mike. Ah, well, Sayori. I failed to come up with an excuse for Sayori. I made it an adventure. Yeah, that. Haha, okay. Any case, good work. Start working on the posters tonight. Me too. Okay, everyone. Are you ready to share your poems? I guess I should grab mine. After making sure the crayon box is closed tightly, I return to my seat. Should I show my poem first? Okay, let's try it the other way around. Let's try to Monica first. Hi again, Hyper Mike. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. I want to share what you wrote for today. Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Alright. It's pretty good. Makes me think of Sayori. Like the one that you wrote. You two are like the dynamic duo. That's kind of exaggerating it. Yeah, probably. But you do spend a lot of time with her even in this club, don't you? Then again, I don't blame you for being that a little shy. I'm not shy, it's just... I'm just teasing. I know it takes a bit of time to make friends with everyone, but Yuri and Natsuki are super interesting people, so don't be afraid to give them their share of time. And you can talk to me every now and then too. I'm not like unapproachable or anything, am I? No, it's nothing like that. You're just getting used to being here, that's all. Yeah. Sorry if I was putting pressure on you or something. I didn't mean it like that. No, don't worry. I get what you're saying. Well, alright. But anyway, want to read my poem now? I like the way this turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Like a playing chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. It's even more abstract than the last one, huh? I guess just the way you write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just a kind of thing I've never seen before, I guess. Yeah, it's kind of dark. I kind of like playing with my space on paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way you wrote the lines really short makes me feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with a reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip for the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing difficult decisions. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when might change your mind, or when something unexpectedly may happen. Wait, this tip is about writing? What are you even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, let's save. Save. Maybe here. What's that one? Set settings. Okay, let's show it to Natsuki next. Well, it's not really any worse than your last one, but I can't really say it's any better either. Phew! Huh? You what? Well, anything that isn't a train wreck, I'll take it as a win. And I get the feeling you're probably the most critical. Hey, what makes you... Wait, maybe was a compliment. Glad to see someone recognizes my experience. Well then, keep practicing, and maybe you'll be as good as me someday. That's, something tells me that you completely missed the point. Come to think of it, this reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. You think so? Yeah, well, I guess you've been friends with her for so long. Might be on the same wavelength. You never really struck me as her type. Sayori has a type all of a sudden. Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around her head, around the dead weight. That was a little unnecessary. But think of it this way, if it weren't for me, she would probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. Let's say we each take care of each other in our own way. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wiggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice, and I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhyme of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up. Took me to her, the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands were probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. Doesn't matter if she keeps it private. Doesn't matter, doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross, she's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday was too short. It was just warming up. Hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to. Is it her talking about? Is it her talking about? What's her name? Yuri? Sometimes you can explain like complicated issues with just simpler analogies, and it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course, it's above everyone. How everyone thinks my. That doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if you will find out, they'd make fun of you or think less of you. But that's just what makes people stupid. Who cares what people like as long as they're not hurting anyone? It makes them happy. I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of people can too. It's what I do best after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like conveying emotions, it's important. But I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow too. So look forward to it. Should I show you? I think her poem was talking about Yuri. So okay, let's it's kind of dark. I haven't seen. I don't know where this game is gonna come to next, or how the dark things will. Yeah, or horror will come in this game. Yeah, I'm not sure. So, maybe it'll be a surprise. That's what I have today. Well done, Hyper Mike. Your skills are already improving. Really? Thanks, Yuri. Coming from you, that means a lot. It's nothing. I'm just happy to help inspire fellow writers. I know you're new to this, so don't worry so much if it seems like you can't get your poem to feel perfect. You don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work on your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings. Write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise. I see. That's a certainly interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. I have an example of that if you'd like to read it. Of course. Is this the poem you wrote for today? Yuri nods and timidly hands me her poem. The Raccoon. It happened in the dead of the night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences. Well aware that a raccoon that is fed with will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom, the bread my hungry curiosity, the raccoon an urge. The moon increments its face and reflects that much more light of my cutting knife. The very same light that glisters in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread fresh and safe, soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken a following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread and I feed myself again. So a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right, it's a bit closer to my profound writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. If I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. Okay, so Natsuki was talking about hobbies, and Yuri is the one who has this weird hobby. Okay, then I guess with those sort of things, I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Huh, that's funny. Didn't Natsuki also write something about that? Yeah, it's about about someone being ridiculed for a strange interest. She did? Yeah. She was talking about how it doesn't matter that you're into a song as you're not hurting anybody. She's right. I mean, doesn't really feel that way. Does she really feel that way? Yeah. So like you to have that in common. That's interesting. To me, she seems like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? Please don't tell her that I said that. Don't worry. I have no reason to. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing that with me. After all that, I had learned to embrace my own weirdness. I would probably hate myself. I might be rattling a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. Okay, Sayori. really love your poems. I can't believe you've been hiding these from me. I'm not hiding anything, but your poems are so good. Especially in this one too. You can't tell me you haven't done this before. I mean, you're really the only one who feels that way, so no way. Not even Natsuki? Well, I guess Natsuki is the least likely to admit how much she likes something. But I don't think it's that. What do you mean? Well, I guess I'll be honest about it. It's a lot easier to write poems when I'm thinking about you. Wow. Stop thinking weird things, idiot. I just mean that you're really expressive person, I guess. Am I supposed to write poems about my own stupid life? But you somehow make everything in your life an adventure. Even the little things. Like cooking? Let's not talk about that. So yeah, I guess what I'm saying, I can feel more feelings through you than I can through myself. You can have that kind of weird connection. It's all your fault for getting my business all the time. I don't know if I understand. I never understand when I try to explain things to you, Sayori. I pat Sayori's head. Hey, I'm not a kid, you know. Are you sure about that? Maybe. Sayori starts fiddling with her pencil between her hands. Hey, I remarked, will you give me your poem? Kinda wanna keep it. Why? Because, well, it's the first time you've written something for me. Sorry, you completely misunderstood. I didn't write this for you. Son, you've been listening anymore? Well, whatever. I'll give it to you when we go home. Really? Snap. I broke my pencil. Sayori easily bends down to pick up the piece she dropped. But being inattentive of her surroundings, she bumps right into me. Sorry. It's fine. I'll get it for you. I bend down and pick up the broken pencil. Sayori clutches the desk behind her to support herself, knees shaking. I'm a little clumsy today. I sit down, Sayori. Yeah. I grab Sayori's arm and help her sit at the desk. Anyway, I still haven't read your poem. Oh, sorry about that. But it's not as good as yours. Jeez, don't worry. I'm sure I like it. Bottles. I pop off my scalp like a lid of cookie jar. The secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly. But there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. And I put the bottle on the shelf with all of the other bottles. Happy thoughts in bottles, all in a row. My collection makes me a lot of friends. Each bottle, starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. A friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go. Like exploring a dark cave, discovering secrets hidden in the nooks and crannies, digging and digging, scraping and scraping. Those dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty self. Use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done. I open up and come my friends. And they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pulled them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts from shards all over the floor. They're supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading something, but all I hear is echo inside my head. Holy crap! Sir, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. Point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Ah, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Haha, don't get ahead of yourself. Sure, also it's a habit of getting obsessed with something before keeping it more a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in my eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Okay everyone, we're all done reading each other's poems. I have something actually planned today, so everyone could come sit in the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do you really have something for the festival? It's not we can put anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any members. That's a concern of mine as well. We don't really do well with last minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're gonna keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sarah's been working on posters and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Ah, sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Pep pep pep. Monica? Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. So you're just putting it all on posters in case everyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sorry, who's been coloring a poster holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you think it's a bad of an idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it really shakes her head in fear. Guys, no, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud for a whole room of people. I guess I kinda overlooked that, so I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. We start the event and each put on a good performance. Then it will inspire others to do the same. The more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah, it's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right, and it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. If all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, I know you can do it. ... Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayuri looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's much to ask. I think that Sarah and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. What you can do is help them find them out a bit. Well, maybe, but looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll have to get it over with. Alright. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? ... Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. Sigh. I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. gosh. We'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move into the main event. I want you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monica, it's too sudden. What if you can't recite your poem in front of the club? How do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no, don't worry. I'll start off, help everyone feel a little bit more comfortable. Can I go next? Haha, of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to a specific poem she has in mind for herself. Then stands behind the podium. The title of the poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem. Monica begins reciting her poem. A clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. This is something she's done before. She's simply a natural. I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sarah looks amazed. There's an intense expression in her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. Four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Wow, you're fired up all of a sudden. She clutches a sheet of paper between her hands, stand up. Keeping her head down, she walks quietly over the podium. This poem is called Yuri actually glances at each of us. You can do it, Sayori. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Her voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. That's almost what happens to Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform to the deep syllable of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns and structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the writing fire Yuri keeps concealed in her head. Suddenly she finished. Everyone is stunned. It snaps back into reality and glances around her as if she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save this situation. I'm first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward, and we give her the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud her, but we're caught up so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem in her chest and rushes back to her seat. That was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, guess I'm next. Yuri hops to her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This is called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. Sorry, it's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting it to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror, or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheeky like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it comes from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew. True and true. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it. Good job, Sayori. Even I might like to. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? Came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem really fits really nicely. But it might be the other poems she wouldn't quite work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. You might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. The next time I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay. Now who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Hypermike. It's not like I can compare with you guys anyway. Might as well let Hypermike lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Natsuki. It's fine. I might as well get over it. It's not like I have much of a selection of one to read. I just have to go with whatever for today. Instead of stepping in front of the podium, everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy onto it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that will improve over time though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. Just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way into the podium. The poem's called Why Are You Looking At Me? We're all because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem's called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude becomes a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style. It works surprisingly well when spoken out loud. The words feel like they're bounced up and down, as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finished and everyone applauds. She hops back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. Better not make me do it again. Well, you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of the other people. I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put it whatever face I want for the other people. But with just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just so. Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming though. True. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez. I really find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. Doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. That makes me feel really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's all about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow. Then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's a big day. I can't wait. I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find same enthusiasm as Monica. But I'll do my best to get through it. It's for the sake of the club. And impressing Monica. Then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Okay, we're gonna save for now. And we'll continue in the next episode tomorrow. Same time, if you wanna watch again. Thank you for joining me today, guys. We haven't been into the let's see, we haven't been to the we haven't seen the horror parts yet, though there's like a hints of them to the poems. Anyway, see you guys in the tomorrow. It's kind of fun. See you guys tomorrow. You have a great day. Pray, hope, and don't worry. Thank you for joining the stream. You have a great day. Bye bye, guys.